Hi, I'd like to tell a story about Karen Carpenter's family, and I just put this together and I thought I would read it to you and you can get what you can out of it. Here is the story told through the emotional truth of each member of the Carpenter family, reflecting the roles and signals they inherited, while preserving my core insight. They all believed they were doing the right thing, unaware that the system itself was miscalibrated. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Agnes Carpenter, mother. The signals she inherited. I was born into a world that taught me love must be earned through excellence, restraint, and proper roles. A family succeeds when it produces someone exceptional, someone the world can point to. My job was to protect that success, guide it, shape it, and make sure nothing destabilized it. Richard carried the banner of promise. Karen carried the burden of harmony. I pushed them differently because the world told me boys build the legacy and girls protect its atmosphere. When Karen got smaller, quieter, more disciplined, I thought she was learning the art of strength. I had been taught don't need too much, don't disrupt, prove yourself by control. I believed I was helping her survive. I didn't know survival without selfhood is not survival at all. Richard Carpenter, brother. The signal he inherited. I was handed a role that said, your talent is the family's proof of meaning. I was praised for becoming someone distinct, someone brilliant, someone structured. Success was oxygen to me. It justified my existence. Karen and I were mirrors reflecting opposite instructions. Mine said expand, hers said contain. I saw her shrinking and thought she was choosing the same discipline the world celebrated in me, just expressed in her own way. I didn't understand her body had become the battlefield for a war she never declared. I thought she was walking the path of mastery. I didn't see she was walking the path of disappearance. Karen Carpenter, sister, the signal she inherited. My world taught me don't take up too much space, especially next to gifted men. My home taught me needs are dangerous, emotions are excessive, silence is safer than conflict. Applause was allowed, but only if I stayed small inside it. When I restricted food and exercised harder, it felt like turning down the volume on a system that already found me too loud, too much, too visible. I wasn't trying to die. I was trying to be less detectable to fear, disappointment, and need. I thought if I made myself smaller, the signal of conflict would finally stop finding me. I didn't know the system wasn't asking for harmony, it was asking for erasure. Harold Carpenter, father, the signal he inherited and quietly upheld. I came from the same era, the same currents, the same invisible map. Men were meant to achieve. Women were meant to soften the edges of men achieving. I didn't architect those rules, but I absorbed them. I saw Agnes steering the children toward the roles we both recognized as correct because they matched the world we knew. My silence was not absence of love, it was absence of a different language for love. I didn't know how to interrupt a system I had never been taught to question. I believed providing stability meant letting the established order stand. I didn't know the order itself was unstable. The shared tragedy. They all followed the rules faithfully. Agnes believed she was protecting her daughter by teaching her containment. Richard believed expansion through talent was the family's highest calling. Karen believed reducing herself was the safest way to meet expectations without conflict. Harold believed stability meant not challenging the inherited design. None of them were rebellious. None of them thought they were cruel. They were obedient to the same inherited system, convinced it was wisdom. And the missing piece was this. They were taught how to succeed. They were taught how to succeed inside the system, but never taught how to connect outside it. The system rewarded output, comparison, hierarchy, and self-control, but never revealed that the true rewarding, regulating signal a human needs is not achievement or erasure, but protected selfhood, mirrored emotion, and unconditional co-regulation. Each family member upheld the blueprint they inherited at birth, believing it to be correct. None knew the blueprint itself was built on false signals, comparison, hierarchy, and self-suppression, because the truer signal of connection, safety, and unconditional belonging had never been taught to any of them. And that is the true tragedy of the story of the Carpenter family. I hope you've learned something from this. And I think I'm going to look up another one of our sisters. I think it's going to be Mama Cass Elliott. She's next.